what are the factors which is going to affect the software pricing. Here what happens is first is contractual terms, cost estimate, uncertainty, then financial health. Now you see the first contractual terms. Here what happens basically is when the customer is going to allow the developer to retain the ownership of the source code. That is very important thing. The contract, when it is going to be done, whether the source code is going to be kept with us or to the customer. So if it is going to be given to the customer, the cost is going to increase. If you are going to keep it as a developer, if you are going to keep it, the cost is going to be less. Cost estimate, uncertainty. So sometimes what happens is that organizations are going to unsure, okay, of its cost estimate. They are not going to get that, okay, this is a cost that we can put for this. So if they are not sure that what is the cost of this particular product, then some nominal price, okay, some you have to compare with the market prices and all. Okay, you can similar market prices, you can quote that. Then financial health. So here developers in financial difficulty, if they are going to be there, okay, so sometimes what happens basically, the cost of that product is going to be less, they will going to give it, okay. So then next that they will be going to overcome with that particular product when they will be going to use the new product, okay. Market opportunities. So here always you must see that always you should have some profit in this. Sometimes what happens with to move that particular software, okay, when the software startup things will be there, that time the cost, even if it is going to be less also, that you will be going to make it, because that thing that you will be going to overcome in the new projects. Requirements volatility. So here always the requirements you cannot give it 100% perfect. So the requirements volatility is nothing but changes will be there in the project, okay. So that time it is going to vary, the price is going to vary, whether it is going to be low or it is going to be high. So according to that, the requirements think the cost is going to be charged. So there are two things in this: underpricing and increased pricing. So when we going to make for the complete goes for underpriced systems. So to gain the contract, always to gain the contract and retain the staff for the projects, so they are going for underpricing, and also they are going to see the market prices and market areas, so where they can able to sustain. So that thing, at that time the company is going for the underprice. Increased price, if the buyer is going to wish that this product is required for me, so that time he is not having any choice, that time they will going to increase the price of the software. Project planning, it is going to be. So it's a plan driven development here, that we will going to plan for the project, based on that execution that has to be done, okay. So we have it is based on the engineering project management. So it is nothing but what how much that you will be going to schedule and all these things, the projects and all, okay. This is a normal technique, it is going to be traditional way of developing the project. So where your waterfall model will come into the picture, all the phases are going to be there, and staffing is going to be there, all these things are going to get calculated, and it is going to get created for the application. Then project plan is going to be created with the records, the work to be done, what are things that you have to do, so that you have to plan first. Then who will do it? The developers, team leaders, that you should be segregated and it should be given. The development schedule, so weekly schedule is going to be there, day schedule is also going to be there, and monthly reviews will be there, okay. So those things, development schedules that it should be given. Then finally the work over the product, it should be done. So at the end we must understand that these things are going to work out, and finally we are going to reach the output. So who is going to do all these things? Managers will plan for this, support the project decision making and measuring progress. Managers are there, then team leaders are going to be there, okay, then next developers are going to be there. So scheduling is going to be done from them, and it is going to be given to the team leaders. Team leaders will assist those things to the developers, and they will going to extract the work from the developer, and progress is going to be every day that it is getting reported to the managers, so that they can able to understand where exactly that project is standing at present case. Okay. Some problems are there in this, pros and cons of plan driven development. Okay. So at early stages the issues are going to be more. We will not knowing how exactly this project is going to work out. Okay. So here it is been saying that staffing as well as the other projects, how that it is going to execute. So we will be not aware of that. Okay. Then another problem is that dependencies will be there. More it is going to be. If the more dependencies is going to be there, then the cost of that is going to increase, and we'll be not aware that if that dependency of that program, if it is not going to be executed, and further things are not going to be moved properly. So that should be get avoided in this. But usually in this case that it is going to happen. Then early decisions are going to be when they will be going to take. So it is very difficult that this project is going to stand, or the staff is going to stand till that particular end of the project. He is going to be there with us. So problems we cannot able to assure that he may leave because of some other reasons. Then that time the cost of that is going to vary, and time duration of that project is also going to vary. Okay. How do you plan that then? Project plans, how will be going to do, and what are the sections will be there in the project plans. Whenever we do this plan driven development projects, so the resources are going to be given, then the complete project is broken down into number of modules, and the individual modules are going to be given for the work. So the plan section, how that it is going to execute. First will be the introduction of the project, then project organization, risk analysis, hardware and software requirements, work breakdown, project schedule, and monitoring and reporting mechanisms. Now when it is going to say like this in the introduction, the developer must know about the what he has to do. So in the introduction part of that, it should be given very clearly, saying that what is the module, what that particular module is going to be, how that it is going to execute. Then project organizing is nothing but individual modules are going to be given to the developers, and the walkthroughs will be there in that, and we'll be going to have discussions, and finally they'll be going for the execution of those things. Then risk analysis. In the team, if 4 members are going to be there, okay, so all the 4 members, whether they will be knowing about this particular project, domain knowledge is there or not, expertization is there or not, and in some cases, okay, whether that particular project, the product that is going to use the current languages or not. So it means to say that at present whatever that it is going on in the market, those things that whether that is going to be used or not. Okay, the risks are going to be more in that. Okay, and if the staff is going to leave in between, and the team members they are going to leave, then what will be the risk analysis?